There you have it. Time to start living well, folks. And whenever we live well, we think about the Greater Des Moines YMCA. And we have a very special time at the Y going on right now. This is the big time of the year where they raise a lot of money to help fund the different campaigns they do every year.
Absolutely. Those wonderful individuals and families that might not have the money to take advantage of some wonderful programs they have. That's why we're raising money right now to make sure everyone can take advantage of something as simple as a swimming lesson that could save someone's life. So we're very excited to have two wonderful people joining us this morning from the YMCA. We have Matt Moline, who's part of the YMCA board, also vice chair, and Frankie Henson, director of aquatics at the YMCA of Greater Des Moines. Because normally when we're in the middle of winter, we don't necessarily think about swimming, but because of this incredible pool at the YMCA of Greater Des Moines, we can think about it all year long.
Oh, and we do. With the opening of the Mid-American Energy Aquatic Center and the Prairie Meadows pool, and having 7 locations with bodies of water, we love to swim and be in the water year-round. Absolutely.
Okay, good. Love hearing that. But why is it important right now? Not only because we are raising funds for the YMCA, and we want people to think about that, of donating if they can, but of making sure that everyone has the knowledge of what it takes to safely go into a pool.
Well, the second leading cause of accidental death for children ages 5 to 14 is drowning.
It is.
And it's 100% preventable.
Right.
So we have a responsibility, we feel we have a responsibility to our community to help be a partner in doing this, being preventative in helping children enjoy water versus fear water.
Right.
Is that one of the biggest obstacles and hurdles you have is when kids are just deathly afraid of even going near the water, and then when something happens they freak out?
Yes, and not having formalized training as well, or access to learn. So we have 2 programs that help guide preventable drownings within our community. Of course, many people know swim lessons. Those are formalized instruction courses that we offer. But we also have a community program called Safety Around Water, which is for school-age children who have not had the ability to take formalized swim lessons. And so that's a program that, through our community support campaign and donations, are launching out into the community in the highest need areas.
That's very true, because not everybody has access, whether it be a swimming pool or some other body of water. And I feel like you're talking about kids right now, but I feel like if you don't get that formalized training when you're younger, that stays with you. That fear stays with your entire life. And I'm speaking from experience. My mother never received formal training when it came to swimming lessons, and she'll go in shallow water and she'll still go out on a boat, but she is scared to go into deep water because she doesn't
have that training.
Know how to swim, basically. She never got that formal training, so she still, in her 60s, has that fear of water. So this is something we can implement when they're young, or I'm assuming at any age, so that you don't have that fear and you can actually enjoy.
Yeah, it's ideal at a younger age to start a swim lesson, water awareness skill. Absolutely. We start with our water babies. That's a parent-child class. We go on to preschool, school age. We do have adult swim lessons. We even have swim team for children and adults. So we have the whole spectrum of water experience within the Y, so you can play and dabble wherever you like. But it is key with those motor skills as a young child to develop those, to carry them through their life, to enjoy the water and have passion for the water. All ages.
Absolutely. But Frank, it's important to have access to be able to do these things, and that's where the Y does come into play, and the fundraising campaign this month. That's what this is all about, giving people the ability to go and learn about the water.
Yeah, the scholarships that we do through the annual campaign give a lot of kids a chance to swim that never would have that chance. So all the money that we raise during this annual campaign is just for those scholarships. So people that wouldn't have access to the water, to swim lessons, to ever being around water, except maybe in an emergency or something that they didn't expect, have a chance now to learn to swim, to be a part of the community, make new friends. It's just a huge part of what we believe in at the Y.
Absolutely. And Matt, I know you're a big part of the annual campaign, and we're going to talk more about that in a moment, but you also have a personal story to share with us when it comes to your son, correct?
Yeah, so my son, Matt Jr., I got him swimming early at Walnut Creek YMCA and taking lessons and learning how that all worked. And we were in South Carolina in the ocean using boogie boards, and as we were swimming that day, we got pulled out by the riptide into where we couldn't touch, and we couldn't, so he looked at me, I looked at him. He was probably 10, and I was scared. Just we were kind of out of our comfort zone and not in this place that felt safe. And the look of confidence in his eyes, like, all right, let's just figure this out. So he was confident enough in the water to stay on his board. I would push him as the waves came in, and then we worked our way back to shore over a good period of time. But I truly believe that he got that confidence from learning to swim at the Y.
And
Absolutely.
didn't, we mentioned it earlier, didn't go into the freak out mode. Just said, okay, here's what we got to do.
No, he kept falling off and spitting water up in the air and jumping back on. I'm like, don't get off your board.
The parent instinct.
Right.
Stay safe.
Yeah.
You got to add that to the YMCA. Don't jump off your board.
Yeah, so I walked on the beach and fainted practically, and he walked off and went and played, and like nothing even happened. So I truly believe that confidence that you spoke about, Jackie, is what he got from those swimming lessons.
Yeah, it could make the difference of that scenario of not being such a happy ending, and that's what we're trying to prevent and help. And it's not meant to be a scary situation, it's meant to be a fun one where you can get out and enjoy. So if people want to learn more about what the Y offers when it comes to swimming, where can they learn more details on that?
Well, right on our website, dmymca.org. We have 7 locations that have a pool, and
which is amazing.
Yes, so you can pick the location that's in your community and just do a drop-down tab to aquatics, and there's swim lessons available in each of those Ys.
Now, you mentioned the Y has a swim team availability as well. Tell us a little bit about that.
Yes, we have 7 of the 7 locations with swim teams. You can start as early as 6 to 7 age.
Really?
Yeah.
Because this is, even though it is cold outside, this is swim team
yes.
season.
Yes,
right?
we are actually in championship season.
See, told you.
Oh, you are?
Yeah.
We are. About 8 days from today, we'll be at our Y State Championship meet in Marshalltown. So we swim year-round. So if you get the bug, get the itch to be on a competitive team, all of our practice sites, our branch locations have a swim team, as well as we have an older group that trains down at the Mid-American Energy Aquatic Center within the Prairie Meadows pool with Coach Wadley too. So yeah, water's
Frankie,
always moving.
You've seen kids come in, and when they're become members of a swim team, maybe they have never done this before, and after a very short period of time, tell us about the transformation in the confidence level of the kids.
Oh, just how Matt spoke about feeling comfortable in the water, to be able to complete their first race, to going off the starting blocks, to feeling confident about their skills and what they've learned, and how they develop as a person. That's the biggest thing and the biggest win that we found in our swim team, is the inner joy and the inner success of our swimmers.
Yeah, learning how to do a flip turn is
huge.
really huge because
Yes.
it looks so cool when you see it on TV, but
Yes.
when you can do it yourself, Matt, and I'm sure your son can attest to this, it really makes you feel awesome.
Not get water up your nose.
And not get water up your nose, yeah. There's a trick to it.
It's the little things.
Seriously, but there is a trick to it. But again, the confidence building is unreal. And the thing is, you don't have to win every time you're out there, but just finishing the race gives you the confidence that you need.
That's right.
Absolutely. So let's go back to the other thing that you're very passionate about, Matt, and that's the annual campaign. So there's some out there that being like, man, I need to get my kid in a pool so they can have those thoughts and feelings, but I just can't afford it. How can we help them out?
So the annual campaign helps generate scholarships for people that with certain income limits or certain challenges are able to get part of their membership stipend by these scholarships. So we used to call it Partners with Youth because so many of these scholarships go to the youth population.
Right.
And so we do this every year. Those of us that are passionate about the Y have seen the results of this. We meet people that maybe went from supportive housing to bring their young family to the Wellmark YMCA to start learning how to swim, or go to Grub to learn how to play basketball. And so we see these families and the impact. There's no greater source of community, I feel like, than the YMCA. And so we see every facet of life come through those doors. And so these scholarships really make that possible for people that wouldn't think about fitness or wellness or, in the end, swimming, which is, as she said, big leading cause of drowning. We've got waterways coming in Des Moines now soon, hopefully. Having water safety practice and how that works could save a lot of lives. So it's a big deal. We need everybody's help.
Absolutely. Okay, so if hopefully you're hearing this and saying, yes, I need to make a difference, not only for my own life, but someone else in our community, what's the best way to donate?
Back to the website as well, dmca.org.
All about the website.
All about the website. We try to make it easy, and there's an online giving portal there.
Okay, so head to the website. This is the big month, the big push, but it's always a great time not only to donate, but learn more about the Y. Stop out at any local branch and learn how you can be a part of it. dmymca.org. You can also give them a call or stop in. But it's swimming season all year round, so go check it out.
On your mark, get set. There you go. Thank you so much for
Thank you
coming
both
in.
for joining
You guys
us,
do
and thank
great
you for
things.
sharing your story
Sure, you
today.
bet.
All right.
Thank
It
you for
is
having us.
7:40 right now. Don't go too far. We will be right back.